Thank you, CEO Professor Patrick Vercoyen, for your very inspiring opening statement. Your Excellency, President Macky Sall of Senegal and President of the African Union, and also co-chair together with me. Your Excellencies, President Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana, President Tshisekedi of Democratic Republic of Congo, and Honorable Kristalina Georgieva of IMF Managing Director, Honorable Amina Mohamed, UN Deputy Secretary General, President Akinwumi Adesina, the African Development Bank, Diafaike Sibesma, my co-chair of the board, Honorable Mayor of Rotterdam, Ahmed Abutaleb, and Minister Mark Harbers, and distinguished participants and ministers. It's a great honor for me to co-chair this important GCA Adaptation Summit meeting in the presence of many African presidents and European ministers, heads of international organizations. The world has a fever. You have probably heard me say this before many times. I make no apologies for that because, tragically, the patient is not on the mend. The fever burns hotter and higher with every day that passes. In recent weeks, my own capital city, Seoul, has suffered as the heaviest rainfall in 115 years. More than 10 people were killed. Pakistan has fared much worse. More than 1,000 dead, or nearly 1 million hectares of crops destroyed, hundreds of bridges washed away, a third of the country underwater. Just 12 years ago, when I was serving as a Secretary General, I saw for myself, my own eyes, what had happened to Pakistan. Pakistan is now being washed away after 12 years. The length of the devastated area, I was told at the time, 1,600 kilometers. I was appalled to have seen myself. And it is happening again. The world has a fever called climate change. We are all suffering. But the science and statistics tell us that Africa is where the fever is at its most intense, where people are at their most vulnerable. Africans make up nearly a fifth of the world's population, yet they contribute almost nothing to global warming. Africa is responsible for less than 3% of the world's total greenhouse gas emissions. Out of the world's 10 countries most vulnerable to climate change, 9 of them are in African continent. We have a moral duty to nurse the planet back to health, but we also have the common sense to know that unless we heal the patient, we will all suffer the consequences. We will all live or we will all die if we do not take action now. It's not all gloom. The good news is that we have a start. We have a roadmap. Let me take you back to January 2021, last year, where this begins. It starts with the launch of the African Adaptation Acceleration Program. We call it the AAA for short. A few months later, GCA and African Development Bank with the African Union and the Africa Adaptation Initiative convened the largest meeting ever of African and global leaders on climate change, and the AAA was endorsed by all of them, yourselves. From there, we moved to Glasgow for COP26. I see Alok Sharma in the room. And Alok, you deserve a round of applause because it was in Glasgow. Thank you. Thank you very much, Minister Lo. We've been speaking many times in the past few months. He deserves a round of applause because it was in Glasgow that the world agreed to deliver on the Paris Agreement by committing to doubling adaptation financing. This firm commitment now sees to turn into urgent action. The AAA is Africa's plan for how to respond to the climate crisis by mobilizing $25 billion for adaptation in the areas of food security, resilient infrastructure, climate finance, and youth employment. The AAA is working through two mechanisms. It has the upstream financing facility, which GCA hosts, which is mobilizing $255 million over 5 years to help African countries access the best knowledge, science, and solutions. And the second mechanism is a climate window, which is part of the African Development Bank under the leadership of President Adesina. Since Glasgow, we are moving into higher gears. We at GCA are working together with our partners, with the AFDB, the World Bank, the European Investment Bank, with African institutions, with governments and civil society, with the private sector, and with the youth constituencies. We have, under the impressive leadership of CEO Patrick Verkooyen, already influenced $3 billion of investments through the upstream financing facility. $1 invested in the facility leads to $100, 100 times influenced to bring the best adaptation solutions to Africa. But the upstream financing facility can do so much more. Its potential is huge. With this leverage ratio of 1 to 100, this is truly a winning investment. And it is for this reason that I am calling upon all our development partners to engage with us and to contribute and to deliver on the Glasgow Pledge to double adaptation finance. I have visited recently Ukraine, August 16. I have seen for myself the terrible cost this senseless war is inflicting, not just in Ukraine, but around the world. The people of Ukraine are suffering, and the shock waves are causing pain across Europe and further afield, particularly including Africa. It is Africa that is bearing the brunt of the pain with the triple crisis of fuel, finance, and fertilizer. If all goes to proof, if proof were needed, how interconnected the world today is. We cannot address the crisis in Ukraine in isolation. We cannot forget about Africa. That is why this is the time to invest in adaptation for Africa. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let us work to make this world, particularly African continent, sustainable for succeeding generation. Thank you very much for your leadership. Thank you.